5.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. A marvelous Monday it's gonna be. It's a good day to have a good day. Good morning to all the folks joining us across the Caribbean, the folks joining us across international waters, whichever part of the world you are, whatever time of day it is. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day. Hope you are having a good day. Hope you have had a good day. That should cover everybody, no matter which part of the world you are on this very blessed Monday. Good morning. Let's do this. It's this morning. This morning's word of the day is bellwether. Bellwether, B-E-L-L, or a leader. We usually think of sheep more as followers than leaders, but in a flock, one sheep must lead the way. Long ago, it was common practice for shepherds to hang a bell around the neck of one sheep in their flock, thereby designated it as the lead sheep. This animal was called the bellwether, a word formed by a combination of the Middle English words bell and wether. It eventually followed that bellwether would come to refer to someone who takes initiative or who actively establishes a trend that is taken up by others. This usage for known, which means one that takes the lead or initiative. An example of the use of the word: the tech giant has long been a bellwether for global industry, and investors will now hope that that is still the case. Another example of the use of the word: that transition to natural gas as the bellwether of the state's energy portfolio has decreased emissions in the state nearly 90%. Word of the day: bellwether, B-E-L-L-W-E-T-H-E-R, a noun which means one that takes the lead or initiative. And this morning's inspirational thought of the day: today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. Today is the opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. Whatever foundation that needs to be made, now is a good day. Now is a good time to do it. Today is a good day to do that. Let today, Monday, the start of a new week, a new work week, let today be the first step or the next step in the tomorrow that you want to build, the tomorrow that you want to have, whatever you want 2 weeks ago. Let today be the first, a next, or the penultimate step in getting to the tomorrow that you want to build. So as you go about your Monday on this, the very middle of June, technically we are directly in the middle of 2020, isn't it? Almost. As you go about your day, today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. Let's see what happens today. Today it is Smile Power Day. From the good morning greeting and the first how may I help you, present yourself with a smile. No matter where you are employed, job seeking, retired, or looking for new horizons, starting the day with a smile is certainly more empowering than a pout or grump. Start with a smile first is easier than trying to get there later in the day. So today it is Smile Power Day. And today it is also World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. It can be hard to imagine that anyone would deliberately want to harm an elderly person, but unfortunately, the abuse does occur. Some instances of elder abuse are intended to exploit the person financially. You've probably heard of scams targeting seniors. In other cases, caretakers simply don't provide the basic necessities like nutritious food, appropriate medication, safety, or assistance with hygiene. If you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. Too many times we watch things happen and grumble to ourselves. And why should I leave a man alone? Why he doing the people that? But if you see something, say something. Report it to the police. Report it to the Ministry of Social Development. There's an elderly desk in the ministry. Report it. Especially today, World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. And those of you who have elderly members of your family, reach out to them today and just say a little hi. You left them in the care of somebody, but just say a little hi today. Say a little hi. I like that phrase. Say a little hi, reach out to them, and make sure that they are A-OK on World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. All right, let's see what is taking place. Right, over the weekend, the National Disaster Management Agency advised that there is a high concentration of Sahara dust in the atmosphere. So those of you who suffer with asthma and other respiratory illnesses, please help in this instance to protect our nostrils and our mouths from the Sahara dust, the high concentration of Sahara dust in the atmosphere. And another note, what would possibly what should I say, dampen the dust in the air or dampen the environment, the atmosphere. We are expecting about 3 more tropical waves over the next week or so. We are expecting lots of weather lots of water over the next few days. So we're battling Sahara dust, we're battling tropical waves. Hopefully the tropical waves will help us with the Sahara dust. And in addition to that, NADMA has also advised that they have noted increased activity at the Kikemjeni underwater volcano. They have received 7 days and have advised that there is increased activity. Kikemjeni probably does not want to feel left out of all the action for 2020. Lord, 2020 coconias. Kikemjeni may be fine. Coronavirus in the dance, Sahara dust in the dance, look, tropical wave kicking up a storm, racism, riots taking place. I want a piece of the action. Kikemjeni say, look me. So please be advised that we are battling numerous things, not just today, but in 2020. So please be careful, be cautious, be safe, continue to be healthy, and be mindful that real thing happening. There's no proper English for the phrase. Real thing happening by here, so please be mindful of that. All right, it is 15 minutes to 7. Let's get ready for the news. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. Stick and stay. This is Hot, Classic, and GBN. Woo, let's do this. All right, we ready to know.
I can't have gas, plus I have health and strength, so nobody can stress me. Happy, happy, happy.
Staged a peaceful protest rally against racist police violence and the threat of U.S. military force in American cities against Grenadians in the diaspora. The protest was staged in front of the U.S. Embassy in Lansapines. More in this report.
Get your knees off my neck. Get your knees off my neck. Get your knees off my neck.
Protesters, some on one knee, observed an 8-minute, 46 seconds of silence for George Floyd, a black African-American murdered by the knee of a white cop 2 weeks ago. Many black people the world over are still outraged, taken to the streets to protest what they deemed brutality and discrimination against black people. Today, outside the U.S. Embassy, Lansapine, St. George's, placards with slogans raised as a number of people joined in solidarity with George Floyd's family and, by extension, the black community. The 6-foot distancing was not evident as one by one people took to the podium to express their disdain. These two young ladies had these messages.
I came here today to make a difference. When I saw the video, I thought in my head that could have been my dad, my brother, my uncle. Racism is just terrible. I can't be defined by the color of my skin. You don't even know who I am. I've come here today to make a difference, not to be judged by the color of my skin.
We have to end racism. It's been on too long, and this is the time we have to stop it and end it.
Don DeCoto, an attorney at law, says today's solidarity stance is not only for George Floyd, but others who lost their lives at the hands of police elsewhere. Now is the time for action, she says.
8 minutes and 46 seconds will remain with me till I draw my last breath. I thought it was fake. I did not want to believe it. It wasn't until action, without taking meaningful action. Since the murder of George Floyd, we have seen a global shift with protests taking us to all over the world. This shows, indeed, brothers and sisters, the collective solidarity that we support of George Floyd and all our other fallen brothers and sisters at the hands of police and authorities. Let's not make no mistake.
From all indications, the message is clear.
This is the time black people must rise. Every of those above us who feel they are above us. But I want black people to know that we are the future and we are the beginning. We are the beginning of civilization.
Following today's protest, the U.S. Embassy here issued a statement which states, and I quote, "Guided by our founding principles of freedom and equality and our constitutional charge to form a more perfect union, the United States supports free speech and peaceful assembly. We are committed to accountability and the elimination of racial discrimination. We support those who cry out for justice and the transparent judicial process to achieve it." Unquote. Christelina John, GBN News.
So far, so good, says Education Minister Emmeline Pear, as fifth-term students return to school on Monday this week as part of a phased approach to the reopening of schools during the COVID pandemic. The details in this report. According to Education Minister Emmeline Pear, the feedback from the various schools on island has been great as parents, teachers and other stakeholders, including bus operators, through a collective approach, contributed to the successful rollout of the ministry's plan to resume classes for students.
Every school, including feedback from teachers, principals, and district supervisors. It was an extremely smooth return back to school. Principals, not only did the preparation for the return work well in terms of how it happened, but also the atmosphere at the school was extremely positive.
1 week ahead of the return of the students, cleaners and sanitization officers visited the schools and thoroughly sanitized all surfaces. Minister Pear says mechanisms are
to supervise that process at the school and to provide report and feedback. The ministry provided 3 additional cleaners who basically have responsibility now. As you know, in the past, we had cleaners come in on the evening. You know, they work for a few hours and then leave. But what we've done in this new setting, in this new arrangement, is to have full-time on the plant 3 cleaners who are providing support to teachers and students. So 1 is assigned to the female toilet, 1 to the male toilet, and 1 for the general movement around the school, sanitizing as the day go by. In addition to that, we also engage for every school a monitor, and that monitor has responsibility for roaming the entire school compound on a daily basis, monitoring students, supporting and encouraging students to observe the regulations and protocols as it relates to the reopening.
2020 CSEC students have been attending school this week based on class schedule. For GBN News, Beverly Telesford. A major cabinet change will take place within the next month or 2, according to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. However, no hints were given about who the affected ministers will be.
Not long from now, maybe another month or days or more. I think I think that's enough time to move on to somewhere else.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell said that his ministerial portfolio is not exempted from changes as he plans a major cabinet reshuffle. During an interview with broadcaster Zert Macmillan on Carib Update Channel, Prime Minister Mitchell said his ministers of cabinet were put on notice.
The truth is, I had signaled to my cabinet colleagues before COVID that there would be a major reshuffle. Through government, we have in fact had a reshuffling of portfolios. And my own view of this is if no one person should be in any ministry for any prolonged period of time as if they belong in that ministry and no other place. I have a fundamental philosophy. If you're in anything, whether it's business, politics, sports, if you're not looking to improve consistently, then you're going to be in trouble.
The Prime Minister said his belief is that people should be prepared to have a wide range of experiences on the operations of different ministries. He also addressed the recent change in ministerial portfolio, which saw former Minister for Tertiary Education, Pamela Moses, moved to his office.
But we had a serious problem at the National College, which is which is affecting our students and affecting the country as a whole. And I met the minister and said, look, it's not fair to you. So we asked as a new minister, we made a change, we recommended the Governor General, and that appointment took effect from yesterday.
Regarding his planned retirement from frontline politics, Prime Minister Mitchell says he is preparing for his departure. He told Macmillan the changes in cabinet is his way of letting people show their leadership skills, which is key to his planned retirement.
I will not be imposing anybody on the country. I want to make it very clear. People speculate, they say things, they do things. People have to demonstrate. The person who gets that position after I leave would be someone or person that demonstrate the ability to, on their own, to deal with the problems of the country.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Welcome back to the Weekend Reviews. They can move around for an additional 2 hours at night based on changes made to the state of emergency regulations. Prior to Tuesday's announcement, people were forced to shelter in place from 7 p.m. However, the curfew now takes effect at 9 p.m. Beach visits can now take place from 5 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Previously, beach time was limited from 5 a.m. to 11.
I think it's okay because it gives people more way of doing things in terms of getting time to do whatever chores that they have to do, and to maybe, because some people when they come out from work sometimes they don't have much time and the curfew is 7 and sometimes they're hurry to go home and stuff, but I find with lengthening to 9, I think it's give people more leeway.
Based on the context of the laws and things that are put in place, so yeah, gradually from 7 to 9.
Who sell like on Wall Street and like I get opportunity to make some money.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Alexander, you go in places, you know. As time go by, you slow down a bit, you know.
Okay, so why you think it's good for them to give people more time outside?
So they go outside, they have more time to do what I have to do, maybe work or do what I have to do.
That's a good idea because you see, not everybody want to be inside only. Yeah, somebody want to be inside late. Yeah, some people want to take a little walk, you know. And not everybody want like inside. You know, the majority of people like outside. Like they want to get a little breeze out and a little lime out and everything. So that's a good move.
I mean, the 7 to 9, it's bad. Because sometimes I can't do the hours you walk in. You have to get the bus to go home. And the bus could travel like more late. You understand? To the hour it used to be. So it's bad. It's good. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, darling. Okay.
The outlook is bleak for small and medium-sized businesses in Grenada and other Caribbean islands. COVID-19 has set them back, and it may take a while for them to recover. The forecast is coming from several regional agencies, including the Caribbean Development Bank. However, they are being told that if they try to be innovative in the post-COVID period, they should come out on top.
Medium and small enterprises contribute 50% of gross domestic product, which basically means the total value of goods produced and services provided in a country during 1 year. These small and medium-sized enterprises create 45% of the jobs in several islands, such as Grenada. It is because of their great importance that the Caribbean Development Bank, the CDB, and other agencies are very concerned about the impact that the COVID-19 pandemic could have on the operation. Director of Projects at the CDB, Mr. Daniel Best, has been assessing the potential impact based on the overall forecast for the region's economy.
The International Monetary Fund is now projecting that the global economy will contract by 3% in 2020. This is a 0.3%. The socio-economic impact is predicted to be far more severe than the 2008 to 2009 recession, when the world economy contracted by less than 1%. These are not encouraging projections.
COVID-19 has led to a slowdown of economic activity in Grenada. Even though the government has given the all clear for most sectors to reopen, it has not been business as usual, as some companies try to grapple with social distancing regulations and other factors. Many have looked to the governments for support.
Even with the efforts of regional governments to provide stimulus packages and special loan facilities for MSMEs, the reality is that no single government in our region has the fiscal space to be able to guarantee full support to MSMEs for an unspecified period.
Studies show that SMEs outnumber large companies by a wide margin and also employ many more people. They represent 90 to 95% of the establishments or businesses created in the manufacturing, trade, and services sectors. Best says those statistics highlight their importance, and as such, owners and operators,
they must be innovative, dynamic, and willing and able to embrace digital transformation. Business support communities will need to become more efficient and focus on the quality and effectiveness of their value-added services. And why is the survival of MSMEs of such paramount importance? MSMEs represent 70 to 85% of all enterprises in the region.
The word from the experts, him or her to be insignificant, it will be crucial to think twice and frame their operations within the context of the very crucial role that they play in the country's development.
While the application process for unemployment benefits is continuing at the National Insurance Scheme, the Public Relations Officer says there are several challenges the scheme is being faced with. More on that in this report.
Employer delinquency has made it difficult or impossible for some people to collect their unemployment benefits from the National Insurance Scheme. Lisa Douglas, Public Relations Officer at the scheme, says employees will call the office inquiring about their eligibility for the unemployment assistance benefit, only to learn that their contributions are not up to date, which disqualifies them from receiving the $330.
It's a situation where we've realized that a lot of employees are now coming forward to state that my employer was deducting my contributions and it wasn't being paid, or cases where the employer wasn't deducting at all and the person now wants the claim but no contribution payments have been made on their behalf. So non-compliance is raising its head right now, and we are encouraging employees, check your contribution status. It's very important to ensure that your contributions are being paid. If you have any documentations, for example, pay slips and envelopes with information regarding your salary or any sort of documentation, you should walk with it so we could take a copy of it. That would help with our investigation. You should be able to provide us the period in which you were employed, your employer, your salary information, and we will do the necessary.
Douglas is also asking Grenadians who have unique situations to call or email the NIS for assistance to find the best solution to the situation.
One of the issues that we are facing, though, are complaints from some employees that their employers are not completing the application form on their behalf. So we are encouraging employers to please go online on the NIS website, complete the application on behalf of your employee. If you need assistance, please call us. We would gladly help you and guide you through the process.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Welcome back. A local attorney is hoping that the authorities will release a man from Ghana into custodial care. He came to Grenada almost a year ago with the hope of finding sanctuary here. Rina Pear has more in this report.
Attorney Herika Willis explained that her client, who is a Ghanaian national in his 40s, came to Grenada illegally seeking asylum in August in 2019. He was brought to court for illegally entering the country and was sentenced to 11 days in jail.
Here, contacted the government, legal affairs, and spoke to them regarding in Richmond Hill Prison. He's not a prisoner. He's come for our help. The legal process is for the UN to be informed, the person to be interviewed by the UN to determine their story, investigate their story. If found to be true, they will give that person asylum status in the country where they are, and if that's not possible, to be taken to another country.
Willis said she has informed the United Nations about the matter and they have been in dialogue with the government of Grenada. A deportation order was recently made for the prisoner but was later revoked. Someone agreed to take him into care, but he is still languishing in jail.
I'm his legal counsel, they're aware of it. They've permitted me, I say permitted me, to speak to him on a WhatsApp video. But there's no confidentiality. So my client has not been afforded the legal protection of the law, which is wrong. I have been informed by the Legal Affairs Department that the government has been trying to get the UN to talk to this gentleman in prison. That is against the Geneva Convention. He's incarcerated. He should be released and then the UN will talk.
The law of entering the country illegally. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
A mentally challenged man has been found dead in Carriacou. The details in this report.
Police have ruled out foul play in the death of Vibert Matheson. The body of the 65-year-old male was found floating in the sea in an area of Lauriston earlier this morning. GBN understands that Matheson may have been mentally challenged. According to reports reaching our news desk, police responded to a call sometime on Monday, following which Matheson was still. Meanwhile, the death of Chanel Alexis remains a mystery, even after an autopsy was carried out to determine the actual cause of her death. Alexis, who resided at Victoria St. Mark, was rushed to the General Hospital 2 Saturdays ago, where upon arrival she was pronounced dead. To date, not much information has been disclosed. Police investigation is ongoing. GBN will continue to follow this story and bring you details as they come to hand. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your card through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union.
They say sometimes less is more, but at Real Value IGA Supermarket, we believe more is more. And since we are all about more, we want to buy more from farmers like you so we can sell more to our customers. If you have a farmer's ID and fresh produce to sell, Real Value IGA wants to buy.
For more information, contact Real Value IGA on WhatsApp at 405-4405 or give them a call at 439-2121.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
The Esplanade Mall, something for everyone. Go on a shopping spree today and experience some magic.
At Dutch Lady, we give you delicious and nutritious milk. We make sure our milk is filled with essential nutrients, calcium, vitamins, and protein. Dutch Lady gives everyone in the family a strong start to the day. Keep your family healthy and happy. Dutch Lady, building strong families since 1871.
Distributed by Hubbard's Agencies, Kirani James Boulevard, St. George's.
Dear customer, please help us limit the potential impact. If you have cold, flu, or COVID-19 symptoms, please postpone your visit to Grenlec and ask someone you trust to do your business for you. You can also use check drop boxes at each of our locations. For bill balances and other information, call 237. For additional support, email customersupport@grenlec.com. If you choose to visit, you may have to wait outside because of the social distancing requirements. Our service may be slow, so please be patient with us. Have your account number handy to expedite service. Wishing you, your family, and employees health and wellness at this time.
They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we
forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance. To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good, old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going?
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
5 things you need to know about self-isolation. Stay home. If you are told to self-isolate, it means staying at home, not going to work, school, or other public places, and you should not have any visitors. Separate yourself. If you live with others, then you need to stay in a well-ventilated bedroom with the doors shut. If you have to share a bathroom, then use it after everyone else. Don't share towels and toiletries, as this may put others at risk. Call ahead. If you develop symptoms such as a fever or cough, then seek advice first by calling the Ministry of Health's hotline at 538-4787 or 458-4787. Please do not show up at a medical center or hospital, as this may put others at risk. Take care with waste. If you test positive, your waste should be double bagged and disposed of separately. Create a buddy system. If you live on your own, you can plan with friends and family to check in with each other and run essential errands if one becomes sick. Once sick, they they should leave groceries on the doorstep. Why it's important. Self-isolating will help protect the older generation and those who may have underlying health problems from getting infected.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, 22.5 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's get right into this morning. I have joining me virtually this morning are two people who would share some more information on what would encompass during the month of activities. Ayel Barafith. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you both doing?
I'm pretty
fine.
Good. I wanted this morning to be called Bellwether.
Ooh, you go, girlfriend. Yes. Bellwether. I fight. Word of the day in the place this morning. Thank you so much, Miss Bellwether. So let's get right into it, ladies. Month of the Deaf. First, let's start with the theme. What's the theme for these celebrations and the thought process or the meaning behind the theme for 2020?
Right. So this morning, our theme for the month is that of equal access to information, a right of the deaf community. And we are saying, just as now, as we say, it's COVIDious times, the deaf should have access to all information that as hearing persons, the same way that we're knowing all what's happening, and not just because of COVID about, it is the same way that our deaf community should be made aware of what is happening. Whatever information is being disseminated out there, the deaf should be aware. They are people too.
Right. And what are the activities you have to commemorate the month as well?
Mrs. Dewey said, you want to talk about some of the activities?
Okay. Some of the activities we have, well, first we had a church.
Miss Dubas, that seems to be...
We had a little problem there, so I'll just continue while the Seventh-day Adventist Church, because every year we would normally go to a church. So this time we went virtual to the Seventh-day Adventist church, where we worshipped with them virtually, and they invited us into their service and so on virtually. Also, what we will be having, another activity that we will be having is virtually as well, discussion with our parents. Mrs. Dubisset will lead out in that we'll be having discussion with them. How are they coping? How it has been for them during COVID-19, what are some of their challenges, what are some of their concerns, how do they plan to go forward in terms of with their families, in terms of if how is it with them in terms of their job. So not just looking at in terms of the students, but also the parents as well, and giving them that motivation and that encouragement. We also will be having a virtual discussion with the deaf community, the adult deaf community as well. And we would have a drive-by for our students. So we, the teachers, will be going out into the community. We know where our students are, all of our students. So we'll be driving by, dropping off some packages as well for them, and just giving them a little goodbye, a little wave, and just for them to see that we're there, we're concerned, we want to know what's happening with them as well. So we will be doing that during the month. Also, we will be joining with some non-governmental organizations to provide food hamper to some of the deaf persons who may have lost a job, or for some reason they may be in an institution, we will be providing some food hampers. So some of the NGOs would have joined with us for this activity.
And what about reaching can't physically be in their presence?
Right. So in terms of reaching out to the students, what would have been happening? We prepared to go out on Monday to a particular student, on Tuesday to a particular student. We followed that same schedule and would have made, maybe because of internet problems, there were times maybe we're not able to reach the parents so that we can get to the student. But what the good thing about it is that we had a plus in that through the Ministry of Education, all of our students before COVID had devices. All of our students, they have tablets. So the problem of devices we did not have because all of our students would have one. However, at times in getting to them, the time you would have scheduled to meet with them created a problem. But other than that, all of our students, we were able to make contact.
Saw some episodes of the Spice Science program. Tell me more about the production process and the impact it has had on the students.
Oh, yes. Wonderful production indeed. And that, again, is through the Ministry of Education and all of that. And the Ministry of Education was approached. They accepted. It is an expensive production, which is more or less being supported by the Ministry of Education. So we go out even during times that we were supposed to be at home and went out and produced those videos. We continue to do that. Within the Caribbean, we have seen that many persons have subscribed to our YouTube channel. They have shown interest. We have been contacted by a school, a special school in Dominica, who is now using it as well with children, not only children who are deaf, but other special needs, whether they're autistic, especially for students who are non-verbal. That also can be used. Spice Science can be used with them. Also in Anguilla, we were contacted by a television station in Anguilla who is now also showing Spice Science. Even signs, we look and we see that we have viewers of over 6,000 and more for our videos. So because of that, we know that it has been successful. And it's not just about learning the signs, but it's about integration, inclusion, so that now persons have been exposed to sign language. All of our populace would have been exposed to sign language. So when you see a person who is deaf on the street, you're able to say hello, good morning. And for them, they feel included. They feel that you're talking their language. So that has been a success and it will continue. We continue to produce videos all during the summer. We will continue with Spice Science.
What has been the most challenging part of producing the Spice Science program?
Well, I would say it's about coming out during even maybe times that it's a curfew and we would have to come out to produce the signs. So organizing that, making sure that persons leave their families at home safe to come out for the production. So that for us would have been a little challenge, making sure we look after family before we go out there to do the production.
All right.
I think Mrs. Dubisset is back on.
I was about to say, welcome back, Ms. Dubisset. Let me unmute your mic. Ms. Dubisset, how important is it for us to continue to include the members of the deaf community in our everyday lives? Because more or less not many people have, started to learn sign language or ways to communicate with members of the community. How important is it that we do what we can to integrate everybody and ensure everybody feels included?
Right. Right. It's very, very important because the society is made up of all of us and we all have our part to play. The reason why we are here, each of us, human beings being here, is to integrate with each other because there's much that we can learn from persons that are deaf and have aspect to the whole of society that without them we do not have. And they can best do that if they are also well informed. The strength of a society, a community, a people is how we treat each other, how we incorporate all aspects, you know. We don't want to leave out any set of people because for one reason or the next. If you really stop to think of it, we clamor for certain rights and certain privileges, even if I should piggyback on what's happening now, Black Lives Matter. But we had a team a couple of years back that Deaf Lives Matter. And in the same way, it's prejudice, it's looking at one type of person because of certain, whether disability, color of their skin, whatever it is, as less, and not providing for them actually says the same thing. So while we do protest, we can play a part in bringing that about, and we not noticing it to be pretty much the same. So I simply by providing for them, providing sign language for programs. It's a lot of years now, and the deaf community has to get their news by hearsay. We should have interpreters interpreting the news on all of our channels, inclusive society, and providing in sign language for programs that we are going to have. We know we're going to have a program. We're planning for it. We're planning everything else, but not remembering that they are hearing impaired and deaf.
At what is currently taking place with the lockdown and the COVID-19 pandemic, how would you continue to engage your students and ensure that the programs that you have that caters to members of the deaf community actually get to where they need to get and actually have the impact that you want them to? How would you continue the programs for the community?
Okay. I must say, though, the COVID-19 period, I believe, has created a more inclusive society for persons who are deaf. Because during this time, I think I've seen most sign language happening in the, in the media, on the, different programs, and many things have to be done online now. So when you send a news release, press release online, they're able to read it. Prior to the COVID-19, there was less use of the print, like the WhatsApp and those means to send messages. So I think that should continue and even increase. More things, more consideration should be given to persons who are deaf so that they can they use it a lot because it's easier for them to communicate that way to family and friends. They can read, they can text back, so it's a way of including them.
What has been, or have you heard from members of the community in terms of the challenges that they have going through this period, going through this time, not just the students, but the adults as well, members of the community? Have you heard from them their major challenges during this lockdown, during the pandemic?
I have had to communicate with the students mainly, and through the students, their parents, and pretty much the same challenges, not being able to access certain things, the lines for necessities and those things. It's the same challenge as other persons, which shows that.
Heard from any members of the community?
Yes. What I may also add in terms of the adult deaf community, to add on to what Mrs. Dubisset was explaining as well, what we would have heard from them, some of them would maybe have lost their job. For example, some might be bus conductors, and then they wanted to get back to work so that they can provide for their families. So now that the buses are back, I know for those who are bus conductors, they would be happy to know that they can get back to work to provide for their families. So that was some of the concern that they had in terms of getting back to work so that they can provide for themselves and for their families. That was one of the things. And as I mentioned before, in terms of the students, what we were saying is sometimes you want to get to them, but maybe because of the activity that the parent might be involved in at the time, we may not get them as we would want to. They may have maybe gone to the garden, or they would have gone to help their parents do something, or some of them may have had some other activity. So yes, we would have planned the schedule for them, but there were times where we were not able to get to the students on the particular day. But in terms of collecting our data and when we would have our meetings, yes, I was able to contact the students on this particular day, but maybe not on another day. But as I said before, we were able to make contact with all of our students.
And going forward, go on.
We have used Skype, we have used Edmodo, we have used Facebook Messenger, we have used WhatsApp, we use whatever medium that they are on to make contact with them. Sometimes you gotta find them where they are. If it is that you've seen them there on Facebook, okay, you get to them there and make contact with them. So it's about want to make that contact with them. And so whatever it would take for us to get to them, we have tried and have been successful in making contact with all of our students. So it's not impossible. If we really want to make contact with our students, we can.
And going forward, what's next for recognition of Deaf Awareness Month and getting the members of the community up to where you want them to be in terms of inclusion in society? What's the next step?
And as I said, we are hoping that through the Ministry of Information, who would have said that they are committed to having interpreters for national press conferences and so on. We have seen that happening. That is important for happening. And I believe it's a good gesture through the Ministry of Information that when information is being disseminated, when there are after, but it should just be included. It should be natural and normal that when things like that are happening, that it's just normal that the interpreters are supposed to be there because the deaf community needs to know what is happening. So we're looking forward to continuing to interpret. There are times though that it can be a bit difficult because we have to balance as teachers for the deaf and also working as interpreters. But it has been a good collaboration thus far. We have, as Mrs. Dubisette was mentioning earlier on, COVID-19 has done good for us in terms of information that no more we can see interpreters on the television. Even for our community, even for everyone, they have become more aware and realize that it's a language. It has its own syntax and semantics and information, just the same way as there's in voice and said COVID-19, there is a sign COVID-19. Okay, so we look forward to being able to share information with the deaf through the media, and we want to encourage the media as well. You can have a word for the day in sign language. So Blossom, just as bellwether, we can also think of what is the sign for bellwether.
Fair enough. Any final words as we end the program?
Thank you for the opportunity for us to share now. I think there are many viewers, so we're hoping that persons would have heard, and you notice I use heard, which is pay attention to our message of COVID-19's time and beyond. And we're hoping that more institutions, more maybe businesses, more persons would be more aware. And so we thank you for having us. And we're looking forward to getting calls from different persons when they have their activities and they want it to be on air. the TV media, they'd call us. And so we can assist in that way.
Thank you so much. And as we close, just show me the sign for Monday. And today's Monday, yes, Monday.
Monday with the M.
Hold on, wait. Okay.
Yes. I also,
Monday.
Blossom, just quickly would want to say best wishes to our students who would be doing CSEC. We have students who would be doing the CXC as we know it before exams. 2 of them, I want to wish them all the best. Remember to stay focused and continue to review. And we know that we would have success in the end. So we want to wish them all the best. They are back at school. Both of them are in Form 5. They're back at school. So we want to wish them the best as well in their exams.
And I'll join you in wishing them all the best for the CSEC exams. Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing some more information on Deaf Awareness Month. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Have a good day. That's thank you, Aunt. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. All right. We want to thank both the ladies for being our guests this morning, sharing some information on Deaf Awareness Month being recognized this month in the month of June. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have just about 10 minutes, and we're going to have just a little bit of fun. Stick and stay. This is Good Morning Grenada on Classic Hot and GBN. We'll be right back.
Nowadays, most Grenadians' plate is packed with lots of starch and meat, little or no vegetables, plenty fried foods, and they wash that down with something sweet while sitting in front of screen. Hard work and exercise seem to be out of style, and lifestyle diseases are becoming the fashion of the day and claiming many lives. Let's make a change to live longer. Let us grow and enjoy a variety of natural and safe, fresh vegetables and fruits every day. Use our local fresh seasoning and spices to make our traditional dishes healthier and avoid highly processed foods, snacks, and drinks. Drink more water every day to help your body function better. Get moving every day and trade some screen time to share and enjoy healthy family meals. Choose healthy foods and healthy lifestyle. Follow the healthy choices for healthy living guidelines for Grenadians.
COVID-19 presents the most serious and deadly challenge any of us will experience in our lifetimes.
We must act now.
We need to keep the Caribbean safe.
We can all help to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Please stay at home. So Caribbean people, please stay home.
Caribbean people, please stay at home.
Please stay home. It's that simple. This too shall pass. But for now, stay home.
Stay in your yard. Stay home, stay safe.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. It is 11 minutes onto the hour of 8 o'clock. I was going to do a topic of the day, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit. This week it is Father's Week. Father, some greetings to our fathers and the father figures in our lives. Just hail them up this morning. So instead of a topic on lives or your dearest father, grandfather, let's hail them up. Send some greetings this morning. Give them some early Father's Day greetings on this marvelous Monday. Good morning.
Morning, Teacher Blossom, and how are you?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm there. I enjoy your program this morning, Teacher Blossom.
Thank you very much. Glad to know. Send some greetings. Hail up a daddy in your life.
He's in the grave resting.
He's in okay. Any other father in your life?
No.
Or the father of the kids?
Eh?
You want to hail up the father of the kids?
No. He is there too. The only father was the one above.
Amen. Well, hail him up. Hail him up this morning.
And how is Brenda?
I believe she's okay. It's been a while since I've heard from her, but I think she's okay. Haven't heard otherwise. So.
Okay, well, morning, Miss Baptist. Brenda Baptist, good morning.
Good morning.
Love to hear your voice.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Good.
All right. It's been a while, but no news is good news, so let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, we're hailing up daddies this morning. Let's see. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, my wonderful lady.
All is well?
I'm physically into the spirit, okay?
Amen. Hail up the father in your life or yourself if you'd like to.
Well, all the fathers, good fathers, and some bad fathers, doesn't mind children at all in their children. From the beginning, stand up with the mother and mind your children, fathers. You have some wicked fathers, she can call them in the home and they care about the home at all. It's time to take care of the family. When you breed a woman, mind your child. It's not just your mind, it's still. Don't neglect your children, Because when you get in the hole, get in age and them coming up and there will be big positive in time to come and you say, I'm a daughter and I'm a son and I like them children. How much your mind?
All right.
Mind all the children put on. How much your mind? Mind your children, fathers. Work hard and mind your children. Our parents they had no money, but they mind us.
Right.
All the whole going for work to take care of the children.
Okay.
This generation these days making children and they want to come and mind for them.
All right.
Going for work, men, and mind children. When you put them on, mind them. Going for work, walk all about the place, how small the price may be.
Okay.
Work on mind children, fathers. Take care of children, mind the educate them. But later on to come, bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Or the daddy to the kids, or your uncle who's been a daddy to you, grandfather who's been a daddy to you. Or even the mothers who've been fathers to you. Hail them up this morning. Early Father's Day greetings. We have just about 5 minutes to do so. So now's the chance to do so. Good morning.
People don't mind trying to support children. You understand me?
Okay.
You mind animals. You maintain or you support them. You mind animals.
All right. Thank you.
Let me say it again. They have kids home. More human beings have kids.
Okay.
Goat have kids. It's time for great to get this nonsense out of the head.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. We're not debating, we're fighting this morning. Let's leave the quarreling for another day. Please and thank you. Let's do this. Let me see if my trusty WhatsApp folks would help me out this morning in getting the program onto the right line. I want to say good morning to my loving daddy, Kelvin Howell, and the father of my beautiful baby girl, Shamar Blackman. WhatsAppers, I would like to say to my dad, who has been hospitalized for 3 weeks, I would like to say, Daddy, I love you and your kids need you home. Oh, hope your father feels better. When you go and look for him today, tell him Blossom says hi. Let's see. Good morning. I'd like to say happy Father's Day to Selwyn Hailing and all the fathers in the world. Also, Kenrick. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to Daddy Bull out there in Gulf Coast. Much love. Bishop Simon John. Happy Father's Day. Daddy Bull. Ooh, I like that one. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. How are you?
Still all right for the time.
Okay. Want to send greetings this morning?
Yeah, I want to send greetings to all the fathers in the world and especially Grenada. I want the fathers, especially the bus drivers. I want them, as the lady said, all of us are, she didn't say that, all of us are animals. We come in the higher classes of animal. So we could mind people. So, no, honestly, I look at some of the bus drivers, they have to mind what they have with the ladies. So that is part of minding. Give them a free drive. No is a crisis, so that is minding. Mind them, help them out.
Okay. Minding and don't come at children, kids, and that is not the purpose this morning. We're sending greetings. Don't spoil it in the dance. Don't spoil it in the dance. Let me go. Please say happy Father's Day to St. John Thomas from his children Sheridan, Udin, and Kervin. St. John, a.k.a. Breezy. The person that me hail up St. John, tell him Blossom says, see, happy Father's Day to my dear father, Mr. Clinton and Marcus Bailey. Hey, that's not Otway Bailey and Sons, ain't it? Yes, pick up the whole crew in the dance. Let's see. When is Father's Day? Father's Day is this Sunday, God willing, the 21st. This week it's all about the daddies, all about the fathers. Let's hail them up this morning. They say they don't get enough recognition, so we're starting early with the praises. Good morning.
Good morning, sisters. I want to say happy Father's Day to my 4 children, my nephews, and them, and my nephews in the police station. station, and also all my friends and them, and all the fathers out to Cotton Baby. I want to say happy Father's Day to them and enjoy the Father's Day when that day comes. Coming from God, it's nice and peace.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay, and my grandson Bolu. Okay, I'm say happy Father's Day to him too.
Okay.
All right, darling.
Have a good day.
Okay.
Sending out the early Father's Day greetings. Father's Day is this Sunday, the 21st of June. So those of you who didn't know or you forgot, there are people who thought Father's Day was actually yesterday. But it's this Sunday. It's always the third Sunday in June, and that's the 21st. So you have a week to get the presents for the fathers in your life. Let me see what's on Facebook. Advanced Father's Day to my hardworking daddy, Roy Bolson in Carriacou, and my children's father, Marlon Wharton of Douglaston in St. John. Happy Father's Day to them both. Let me go back by the WhatsApp. Happy Father's Day to the best fathers in the world, Patrick Thomas of Power in St. John, St. Andrew. Big up your old self, Patrick. Let me go back by the phone lines. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. Send greetings to Daddy.
I would like to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers and to all the mothers that are being the father figures to all their children.
Thank you so much. What's Daddy's name?
Francis Philip.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. All right. Happy. And also to my kids' daddy who never live. They said been day. Hold on. Wait. I'm trying to decipher the message. I'll read it how I see it. And also to my kids' daddy, who never lived there, said been day since day one. Decipher that for me, please, to make sure I get the greetings across how you wanted to. 2 more minutes to hail up the daddies. I would like to say happy Father's Day to Jeremiah Anati for being the best father to his children, and also to Franklin McLean, a great father. Sending early greetings. Father's Day is this Sunday, God willing. We take it in front. Happy Father's Day to my father, Chain. Back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Morning, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, but a special happy Father's Day to Pastor King when you come around on Sunday. Please do that. God's blessing upon all the other fathers.
Amen. Thank you. Greetings to the Father of Fathers, the Most High. Amen. Happy birthday to the Father of Fathers. Happy Father's Day to the Fathers of Fathers. And hats off to you all. Back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning.
You want to send greetings to Daddy?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Peter Jeremiah.
What's his name?
Peter Jeremiah.
Peter. Of where does he live?
St. Patrick's. I can't remember the new place, but yeah.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, baby. Have a good day.
Yeah.
All right. Early Father's Day greetings. It's this Sunday, June 21st. So those with fathers in your lives and the father figures, make sure you hail them up. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers on the Grenada Island. Happy Father's Day to my daddy Michael for taking care of us during the corona times. That's a greeting on the YouTube channel. 30 more seconds. Sending Father's Day greetings to our loving father Jenna James of Calavini in St. George. My mother gave me a loving father. He loves all his grandchildren. He works very hard for them. Happy Father's Day to my father and grandfather. Not because my grandmother, not just on Sunday, God willing. We're treating them special for the whole week. It's the Father's Week in the third week of June 2020. Thank you guys so much. All the greetings I have left on the WhatsApp. Don't worry, we'll get to them a little later in the week because we're hailing them up for the entire week. Thank you guys so much. Let's join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. This is Classic Hot and GBN. Stick and stay. This is where you need to be, right here. Bye, everybody. Have a good... Hold on. Let me make sure I tune up my happy... That's it. Bye-bye.